Hi, I'm Andy Masson. I'm here on the AIX show floor at Collins Aerospace and meeting with Ed. Ed, thanks for being here on the show.
Hey, Andy.
Good to see you. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Clearly, we're not professionals.
We're not, well, that's painfully obvious. But we're not very good at podcasts either.
No, quite.
So first couple of days at the show, how have they been? How's it all looking for you guys?
Yeah, it's been, crazy 2 days. I mean, everyone says that. It was kind of unusual on the first day. About 9:30, it was just dead. And I was looking around, looking up there, I was thinking, did they not get the start time? And it's like someone opened a dam, because then suddenly people poured in. And through yesterday afternoon, it's followed through today. It's just been crazy. Loads of people.
They were all at the Panasonic booth, and then they came down.
Yeah, of course they were.
So you're here. You've got a number of engaging products for the cabin. What does cabin experience really mean to you, to Collins? What does that mean to you guys?
So it's interesting. We talk about cabin experience. We really took a step back as actually Collins, not even just the interiors business, as Collins Aerospace. And we were looking for strategic initiatives where we could get alignment across the business and really focus on where could we bring additional value as a broader organization. So we created 7 initiatives, and one of those was cabin experience. Now, of course, that was predominantly given to the interiors business to run, which we do, but we work with the other guys. So what does it mean to us? It's really looking at what is the experience that the passengers have, but really starting anywhere from booking a flight to getting off the aircraft. Now, as I look at that in the broader context of Collins, there's other businesses, our CAS business, Connected Aviation, they're looking at more the pre-aircraft piece and airports, whereas I really pick it up more when it gets on the plane. And I think to kind of boil it down, we kind of look at it as three things. So what is the function you need? What is its appearance? How does it look? But most importantly, what's the emotion it creates? And it almost feels a bit strange hearing myself say that. First of all, I'm an Englishman and I'm an engineer. Emotions aren't really things we sort of
basically
embrace.
Vulcan.
Yeah, basically. So to be talking about emotion just feels strange in an engineering context. But I found coming into interiors, because I'm not traditionally an interiors guy. I was FADEX and actuation. But the guy said to me, you got to start sitting in these seats, experiencing the products and see how they make you feel. And actually when I kind of approached it and opened my mind to it, that's what it's about. It's how does it make you feel? So really, what are we focusing on with cabin experience? It's you've got to get the function, you've got to get the appearance, but how do we change the experience? How do we improve how people feel when they've had that experience?
Yeah, we like to think about it as the magic of flight, and how can that experience almost create engagement. You guys have a number of products here, absolutely fantastic. We just saw the Element seat, the Elements front row seat, Starlux, gorgeous products. What have you been debuting here today?
So we've taken a slightly different approach to the show this year. One of the biggest things I've been focusing on when I came, because I came in to run this business a year ago, so I've been here about a year now. What I could see was we really were 15 interiors. We weren't one interiors business. And it is lots of businesses that have been acquired over the time, but they weren't ever really put together. And as I look at it, I think, well, if we try and just address a component at a time, how much can we actually change or affect or bring value? So what we've looked at is, well, we have businesses, we do lighting, we do galleys, we do galley inserts, we do oxygen, we do PSUs. I mean, we also do things like cargo and external lighting, but they're less sort of around the cabin experience. Internal lighting, seats. We could actually start to bring all of those parts together and change the experience. Mm-hmm. Because once you start stitching them together, you can do different things. I think about like my daughter at home. She has lighting in her room and she sets the lighting depending on how her mood is. when I get in my car, it already knows the position I want the seat. It already knows what sound I want to listen to. It knows what temperature to make the car. So it really starts to give us ability to tune experiences. So what we've tried to show in this show is how we bring those things together. One of them, and I actually won a crystal cabin last night, and that award's up on the
here.
wall.
Congratulations. Yeah, we were at the show. Fantastic.
And what that's about is, again, improving the experience using smart and digital tools. So what that does is it uses sensors to identify where someone is in the journey and where might they need additional support, or even to the extent it can find out where you last left your phone. Maybe you dropped your phone down the side of the seat. So it's just about tailoring that experience. How do we integrate that with a seat? It could change the lighting that comes on if you're waking up, etc. So we've been showing that. We've been showing that a telesense system. We've also put on show our new lie flat narrowbody seat. That's already being developed with 2 customers. I can't talk about it. But that brings a fantastic opportunity to take the front of a narrowbody aircraft and introduce up to 16 packs. We've done some really clever things with the Loper, where we've integrated the seat and the way you can store the galley carts, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And it really shows some ingenuity where we brought seating and front row monuments, etc. together.
We're already seeing the narrow body of a single aisle aircraft having a much greater range, those missions really increasing, and the lie flats coming in there, IFE coming in there. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah. We're seeing a mix of requirements around that, where some people are looking for IFE, some people are actually looking more for tablet holders and phone holders. What the answer is, I'm not 100% sure on yet. We're making sure we're positioned to address both. So we work with people such as yourself, make sure that we can fit a nice 13-inch screen in the back of an economy seat, or we have a tablet holder. I think it really depends on region.
The aircraft's mission.
Yeah, how far it's going to fly, etc. We're seeing people, as to your point, the narrow bodies addressing different missions now. We're having to be flexible to address both.
You talked a bit about this personalization experience from the passenger. We're seeing the same thing, and it kind of feels like the passengers have become more savvy. We suspect maybe something to do with COVID, more tech savvy, more demanding. You talked about your car and the integration of the temperature and the lighting. We certainly see a similar technical feasibility that the customers are demanding. Are you seeing that come through in terms of requirements?
Yeah, absolutely. The expectation on what the product delivers has gone way up. I reflect on how did we get here? Why are we here? Was it COVID? I think it was getting there anyway. You think about what you can get in a car now, the experience, how you can tune that experience. It's incredible. The number of things when you sit in a car and it knows your key and it changes everything around how you interface with the car. That was already in place. I think during COVID, people have just upped the expectation and what they see in other parts of their lives. They're just saying, well, 1 minute, I've got this in my house. You walk into your house and Siri or Alexa speaks to you, controls stuff. People have got used to tuning their experience. They're just saying, well, I've got this in my car. I've got this in my house. Why can't I have this on an airplane? I should have it on an airplane. And why shouldn't they?
Yeah, we have the same kind of vision as well. It feels like customers in the past sort of had the expectation that aerospace was leading, and it was for some time. But now you're seeing automotive or consumer electronics or just the household experience come forwards, and there's that expectation of the household experience taken with them on the travel journey.
Yeah.
So how does the airlines responded to what you're showing here? Are you seeing great response? Do you feel you're on the right path?
So it's always incredibly mixed because, stating the obvious, each airline is very different. They're in different regions. They're serving different markets. They have different missions. So one airline will show a lie flat narrow body, and they're like, "No, I'm not interested. I only buy wide body." so we take them, we show them something in wide body, and some people want super low cost, some people want other things. I mean, we know our customers, so we know what to show them. And I've not shown a customer around who wasn't intrigued by something. So it feels like we've got something that is interesting for everyone. Some cases, there's a lot of stuff that's interesting to certain customers. But yeah, I feel the team have done a really good job in terms of identifying what products we should bring. Because, of course, we can't bring every product. We brought a lot. I mean, it's a big stand, you were just saying.
It's a gorgeous stand. Yeah, I mean, it's credit where credit's due. Yeah, fantastic.
Good. All the credit goes to the team, nothing to do with me. I just turn up on a Monday. But yeah, I think we've placed the right products. And as I said, we've put them as solutions. And as I showed you earlier, we laid out a narrow body aircraft, and we laid out a wide body aircraft. I think that really helped people get in their minds what the products are and how they can work. Because sometimes you show someone something that goes at door 2 and it just stand alone. It's hard for them to picture it. But when you've got it laid out in an aircraft, people get into it. You can tell they almost think they're walking down an aircraft.
Yeah. What's next? Where do you think the industry's going, and what does Collins have planned in the longer term?
So that's inevitably a very difficult question. One major part of our cabin experience, which has come out resoundingly as Mark, who leads the cabin experience piece for me, has spoken to lots of different industry experts. And one resounding piece that came out is around the environmental impacts, the ESG, recyclability, etc. Sustainability, that's the word. So that is clearly out there. We know that there's a big push from Europe around that. We're seeing things where, flight distances are being dictated by national carriers, etc. So that is a challenge. That is an opportunity that we'd be naive to ignore. So we're building that in. We're understanding where we can bring alternative options there. And one of the benefits of being part of Raytheon Technologies or Collins Aerospace, I said we're doing these 7 strategic initiatives. Some of the other strategic initiatives are around advanced materials and are around like connected aircraft. So we have the opportunity to work with other parts of the aerospace industry, because they're part of the same company, where we can look at advanced plastics and how can we use lighter weight, more robust plastics to replace metal or even composites.
Right.
Or we take composites, which are already certified to be used on aircrafts in other applications, and then we can change parts of the seats and change their weight. Or we can do where we part of Collins is the power systems guys. They know all about power distribution for the aircraft. How do we optimize our products in terms of power utilization? So we really start to get an insight on how can we change the sustainability of our products, either from a weight, a usage of power, or even a recyclability perspective.
Excellent to hear. I mean, you can see it around multiple stands. We've taken a bit of a walk around. Sustainability feels like one of those messages that's here to stay. The stand's looking fantastic. So let's get on to some more important talk here. You're an Englishman. You're from the West Country.
Yep.
Jam and cream or cream and jam?
So I feel like I let down my original home. So I grew up originally in Cornwall. And in Cornwall, you do cream then jam. But that's fundamentally wrong. The Devonshire way of doing it is jam. Because actually what you got to keep in mind is a scone is just a vehicle to eat cream. So if you put the jam first, you can get mountains of cream, and that's definitely the way to do it.
It's a sensitive topic. I think civil wars have been started that way. Civil wars have been started that way.
Indeed.
Congratulations on the Crystal Cabin Award. Fantastic. IntelliSense looks fabulous. I think you're going in exactly the right direction. It's great to hear some of the strategies. Ed, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting us to the stand today. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Beyond Entertainment. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow us where you watch your podcast, and we will see you on the next exciting episode.